It's Marc from the Fantasy Knockout Fantasy Football Show. Today is Tuesday, January 3rd. Happy New Year's, guys. I'm excited for today's show. It's a Week 18 must-add players. Actually, I'm lying. I'm not really excited for it. Week 18, not the greatest. I'm not a fan of Week 18 fantasy football. Anyways, who are we looking at this week? Who's the flavor of the week for quarterback and defense? You can follow the show at Fantasy Knockout on any of the social media platforms. Make sure to subscribe whatever platform you're watching or listening on, and let's hit this goal of 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Let's talk some news.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here is the news.
News with views. So quarterback Tua Tagovailoa from Miami. His head coach Mike McDaniel said that Tua, with his concussion, is not part of the team's game plan for Week 18. Quarterback Lamar Jackson from Baltimore. His head coach John Harbaugh said, quote, "I don't know," when asked about Lamar and his knee practicing this week, so doubt that he plays. And then quarterback Jalen Hurts from Philly. Reports say the Eagles believe Jalen, with his shoulder, will be ready to go for Week 18. Main event, players to add for Week 18. This one's tough because a lot of the studs that you've had all year long will be benched or rest. So you're going to see a lot of backups. You're going to see a lot of unknown name players. That's why I'm not a fan of Week 18. But anyways, some people still play it, so we'll put some content out there. These are guys that just quickly, early in the week, I thought of that we could pick up and play. Obviously, more news will come out of who sits and who's not playing, so things will change. Just check out the rankings on the website at fantasyknockout.com for the latest there. Some quarterbacks to pick up this week. Jarrett Stidham from the Raiders, he's about 1% owned. Brock Purdy from San Francisco, 45% owned. Mike White from the Jets, he's 26% owned. Baker Mayfield from the Rams, he's about 11% owned. Some running backs, Cam Akers, he's probably owned. He's 84% owned. Tyler Algier, he's had a great little run in the last few weeks. He's out of Atlanta. He's about 65% owned. See if those guys are still out there. Guys that are really more available, Zach Moss from Indianapolis, about 46% owned. James Cook from Buffalo, 55% owned. Royce Freeman from Houston, 1% owned. And Malik Davis out of Dallas, he's about 1% owned. Some tight ends this week. Cole Kmet from Chicago, he's probably owned 71%. Tyler Higbee from the Rams, 70% owned. But Tyler Conklin from the Jets, he'll be out there. He's about 29% owned. Some wide receivers this week. Greg Dork from Arizona, he's about 10% owned. Rashid Shaheed, tongue twister. New Orleans, 6% owned. Romeo Doubs from Green Bay, 21% owned. Isaiah Hodgins from New York, 9% owned. Richie James from New York, 18% owned. And then see if Kadarius Toney, he's getting a lot more playing time now in KC. He's about 28% owned. Streaming quarterbacks this week, I go with Russell Wilson from Denver. He's got the Chargers, about 49% owned. He had a good matchup against KC last week, so we'll see if he can duplicate that against the Chargers. And then Mike White, possible streamer. He should have a game this week. He's at Miami. He's 26% owned, in line for that good matchup against a mediocre defense. Top defenses to pick up this week. I got the Indianapolis Colts against Houston. We're going to continue this trend. Stream your defenses against Houston. The Colts are about 21% owned. The last 4 games, they've had 12 sacks, 4 interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries with a good matchup. And then the New Orleans Saints is another team that should be out there. They're about 27% owned. They're versus Carolina, so they're at home. Last 4 games, 13 sacks, 3 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, and again, a good matchup against Carolina. Well, that's going to wrap it up for today. The next show is going to be the Week 18 must-start players. Thank you for listening to the show. Make sure to subscribe whatever platform you're on. Please leave that rating and review. It really helps me out. All right. Till next time. See ya.